What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another segment of Adobe Live with me, your host, Brandon Groce, and another XD Daily Creative Challenge. With that said, I'm super excited to see all of you guys today. We have Monica, Sam, and we have a couple others coming on in to the Behance chatteroo. Other than that, I want to say for those of you who are watching on YouTube, come on over to Behance so that I can see all of your guys' wonderful faces in your profile pictures, and we can have an amazing conversation on what we're going to be doing, on what it is that we're going to be doing in today's challenge. So with that said, let us dive into what we have for today. So let's move on into our challenge is. Okay. By the way, if you are new to the daily creative challenges that are specifically related to XD, let me know in the chat and I will fill you in with context, information, and things that you need to know to get started. This challenge is running from January 31st to the 25th of February. If you want to join our amazing community, our Discord, where you can share your work, get help from our amazing mentors, and also just meet like-minded individuals like yourselves, definitely join our Discord. So we have had an amazing week so far. Yesterday we were working on our movie application, and today we are working on our meditation app. We are going to design and prototype the homepage and a now playing page for a meditation app using stacks. So with that being said, Stefan, what's going on? Umacorn, Dema, good to see you all. Stroofy, howdy doody. All right, if you guys are the main crowd, but if you want to download the starter file, you can either download it from this page on behance.net/challenge/XD, or you can check the link down in the description to either go to this page or download the starter file. It's underneath the Behance and YouTube videos. All right, so once you have downloaded the video, let's talk about what we're looking at today. So the starter file, this is what we're taking a peek at. So I've given you pretty much like 90% of everything that is going to be in that you guys are going to need in today's challenge. And today's piece of design is inspired by PerWeb UI UX Studio. You can find them on Dribbble. They do some pretty awesome things. All right, let's see where to begin. So what I'm gonna do here, actually I need to pull something up so I have reference for myself on another screen. All right, so what we're gonna do here today is, it's not super complicated. What we're focusing on is the repeat grid and stacks for what we're going to create today. So first thing, what we're going to do is we are going to, and by the way, this is literally what we're kind of sort of gonna build minus the specific assets, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to my plugins right here, and I'm going to go to my icons for design. I'm going to try to get some icons for us. I'm going to just type in menu to begin, and let's see. I'm just gonna steal this one. Populates already for me here. I'm gonna find a nice spot for it somewhere in there. I'm also gonna grab a bell. I don't have no idea what my voice just cracked right there. Just bear with me. I'm still going through some things, guys. I'm gonna grab my bell, and I'm gonna, let's see. I'll scale it down just a little bit. Make these horizontal. Just make sure that they're horizontal to one another, and I'm gonna make sure that, let's see, 30 from the top. I'm also gonna give it 30 from the sides too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also gonna have 30 from the top. You know what? I'm just gonna have 30 from the side. 1, 2, 3. Not an exact science, but I'm just trying to get at least some equivalent padding on the side of what it is that we have here. Now, what we're gonna immediately start getting into is our, actually before, I'm gonna pull this down a little bit here. I'm going to have a welcome, just like this. Change the font, and we are gonna go with, you know what, when I don't know what to pick, I always just go to Montserrat. And I don't know if I've Montserrat, I don't know how else that's pronounced, but we're gonna play with that for today. I'm gonna scale that up just a little bit. Actually, we have a font right here. What did we use for this? Proxima Nova, my other go-to. So we're gonna do Proxima, and we're gonna stick with bold. Hey, what's going on, Annie and Cornell? How are you guys doing today? What's up, Fergie? Oh, you guys came in with the quickness. It was just, first you guys left. Timothy Verdi says, your laugh is contagious. Thank you for keeping things fun. I try, Tim. I try. Hey, what's going on, Bex? You guys came in real quick. First it was Sam and Monica, and you guys left them in the chat just shivering, and then you guys came in with the heat. Glad to see you all here. How's your day going, ladies and gentlemen? We having a good, nice, methodical, I was about to say Thursday. I don't even know what. I'm out here lost. All right. But how's your day going? And while you guys are answering that, I'm going to pull in these two assets. Our first page is going to be done literally in seconds. I'm going to just pull this over. Align this with everything. I'm going to use my repeat grid. I'm going to just pull out about like 3 of them. Just pull them in just like this. All right, and I can leave it like this, or I can change them. We are going to change them. We're just going to get the architecture or the hierarchy of this app in order, and then we will move some things around. So next, we are going to also get our next section ready to go. Actually, before our next section, we kind of want to get a search bar in here. So I'm actually going to make this from scratch. I'm going to pull out a rectangle like so. I'm going to, let's see, round the corners a little bit. I'm going to give it a drop shadow so I can turn off this border. And I'm going to scale this puppy up a good amount and push this down a little bit. Blur it out some more. And for those of you who are maybe or maybe not familiar, I'm actually turn the opacity down just a little bit more so it's not too crazy. It feels a little crazy to me, so I'm trying to like reduce how much blur we're talking about right now. I might give it a little bit of a border, but let's see, reduce the opacity some. Might try to play it like that. So we have our search bar. We're gonna go and grab a search. I don't even know if I type in search if it actually gets the thing. Oh, it does. It's smarticle out here. All right, because we were trying to figure out some other time this week. I was like, what are these things called? Are they called hourglasses? Magnifying? It was my magnifying glass. There we go. I couldn't. My brain couldn't do it for me, guys. Alright, double checking to see how you guys are doing. Annie says, great, except it's hot here. Well, it's hot in here because all of you guys are in the chat just nice and comfy. It's much better than how my room was a little bit ago. Samuel says, great, feel good because I finished my design degree 2 weeks ago thanks to you and watching your videos. Where are my napkins? Don't make me cry out here, Sam. Don't make me do it. Stroofy says, we've had no rain for about a month, which is okay except for garden. Hey, just put some good food in front of you and start to drool on the flowers. You'll be all right. I'm not a gardener. I don't have green thumbs, so don't take my word for it. But all right, so I'm gonna copy this sort of piece right here, this button, and I'm gonna delete the flower. But I do wish your garden well. I hope it sustains itself. And I'm going to pull this over. And by the way, let's give it up for Sam in pushing through, his hard work and his study. That's good, very good news. I'm very, very glad for you in your next steps. All right, so with this magnifying glass, I'm going to turn the stroke down to 2 from 3. I'm going to use this as the button. It seems a little too large. And I'm going to duplicate our welcome, and this is going to be called, or not called, but we're going to these are going to be our words. Find your sound or something. I'm going to drop this to about 50% in opacity. And of course, you could change the actual color, but for right now, I'm just trying to, move quickly. Find your sound, boom. All right, so now we have our next, and I can move this up. I'm just gonna go ahead and group this, pull this up a little bit. I'm sure we can actually, increase this, maybe to semi-bold. It looks a little small. Maybe we'll do 18 and we'll rock with medium. All right, and next we're gonna have a featured section. And out of curiosity, is anybody else pursuing some sort of design degree, certificate? We would love to know. All right, so now we have our feature section ready to go. We are going to get our next type of content here, and we are going to align it here. This was actually trying to think here. Do I want it centered or do I want it lined like this? We'll figure it out. But I feel like in the past or in my previous design I had it centered, but we'll deal with that later. So what I want to do here is I'm going to also use my repeat grid, but then we're gonna stack everything. So I'm gonna just pull this down to about, we'll do 5 or 4, we'll do 4. And from here, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, now we can start messing around with things. So I'm gonna ungroup this, Control-Shift-G or Command-Shift-G if you're on Mac. I'm gonna do the same for our repeat grid up here. And now what we can do is we can go back to my plugins and we're gonna go get some handy dandy photos. So I am going to select some of these. I'm gonna search, this plugin is Pexels, by the way. So I am going to type in meditation, if I can spell correctly, boom, okay. And I get all of these photos. So I'm gonna just pull or select the photo that I want. I'm selecting the photo I don't want or I want to replace, and I'm just going to select the photo I do. So boom, I want to replace it with, we'll keep it with this. Boom. Boom, he looks nice and relaxed. He's out there with the grass. And boom. All right, so that's easy. We literally just pulled out everything. We got our new photos. It's looking good. Rob says, just an old dog trying to learn new tricks. Stefan says, not sure which is more awesome, Brandon's skills, Brandon's enthusiasm, or the backdrop. We try to do a combination. Okay, guys? Try to do a combination of things. But I appreciate that, Stefan. And if it's Stefan or Steven, please let me know. Because I always read that and, you know, everybody has, it's kind of like my last name. It's just, are they like, is it Groce or Groce? And I'm like, listen. I'm not that, what is the word? Eccentric. It's not Groce, it's really just gross. It's that simple. All right, so we're gonna work on our next page, which is our play page. And this is gonna be really simple. We're gonna duplicate this, holding Alt and Shift. And we are just going to expand. Oh, let's do that first. So let's cancel this. Let's make sure in our layers panel that our group 217, which we will just call relax, and we're gonna pull it to the top of our layers. And we can, you know what? I'm not gonna change all the names. I have no idea what else to put there besides relax. But you guys will be able to, with your massive craniums, decide which words to use. I'm not a walking dictionary. That's like the furthest skill from those I have. So I'm gonna duplicate this now with this layer or this asset being at the top of our layers. When I expand it, it's on top of everything else, which is perfect. So I'm gonna pull it all the way out here, center it, and I'm going to turn this play button all the way down to 0. Gonna try to get these rocks centered here. I'm actually gonna pull these up just like this, trying to get this visually centered. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a quick gradient. I'm gonna press R on my keyboard for my rectangle tool. I'm going to make a quick black gradient, so 1. I'm gonna go from solid color to linear gradient. Make both sides dark. And I'm gonna make the top side opaque. I'm gonna make one more point here, and I'm gonna make that a 100% opaque piece. I'm gonna turn off the border here, and I'm just gonna pull this up and just start messing with this. All right, so this will be our gradient. Just call it that. And now this is actually I moved past some things. Page 1 definitely needs a menu, so let's go ahead and put that puppy in there before I forget. So this will be our menu, and we will put it above or below our relax here, and we are going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put it right below our relax, just like that. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we are simply just going to do a time check. All right, we're 16 minutes. I'm going to pull all of these assets here and here. We're going to pull them centered here. And let's see. Right about here, we're going to pull in a title. We're gonna play around with our linear gradient again. Just pull this up just a little bit. And we are going to bring our 2 menu items up top here. So I'm gonna name these. So we have, you know what, actually, give me a second here. Because we have to raise these as well if we move them. Alrighty, so let's go to relax, put that back on. We're gonna minimize the opacity of our black menu, and we are gonna change this, what is this called? Our bell. We're gonna take it from black to white. There might be a little bit of a fidget when it comes to that animation because I still don't think XD can make smooth transition between colors yet. And there is a very simple way of making it look smooth. You just have to duplicate your bell, and you'll have 2 black ones and 2 white ones. We don't have time to go over that today, though. So one last thing, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to plugins, icons for design. We're gonna get a back button. Oh wait, yep. Just type in back. I'm gonna grab this one. Come on over here. Try to get this centered at least a little bit. Turn that white. And all right, so next what we are going to do is let's talk about stacks. Okay, we've used repeat grid, now let's talk about stacks and their usages. So we used repeat grid for all of these puppies here. Now let's say I want to switch this with the rock, and I'm over here like trying to do some weird, you know, reversal. We don't have to do all that. I can select all of these, group them, go to stacks, and let's hope I did my math and my homework. Aha, yes. So using stacks allows me to basically, the group that I have created, I am able to just switch content around without having to manually switch things around. And of course this is just on a micro level, but you can do this for a, you know, for a large amount of things. For example, you could stack all of these sections, and let's say you wanted this, you know, rather than having this section up here, you wanted to move it down below. Let's see. So if we wanted to do, let's see. If we wanted to do that, for example. So makes your life easier. Cool things can be done, but we're not going to do all that because that's totally going to mess up my animations. So let's kind of undo that, and then let's talk about these prototypes really quick. And I'm going to go all the way back because the way that we built this, the animations will not be the same if I've grouped them, sadly. Although we could have just done a very simple transition, that would have been fine. But I do want to kind of do a little bit of a complex auto animation piece. So I'm going to prototype, clicking my relax, dragging this to the next page. We're going to do a trigger, tap, type, auto animate. We're going to just do snap. We're going to do 0.5. And we're going to go to this page, click our arrow, and pick whip it back. And XD remembers all of the settings that we used for our relax. So we're good. We don't have to change anything. So let's see what we have. We can click on relax and boom, ta-dow. Look at that. So juicy, it's so amazing. We can click back and we're back here. So I know I talked really fast, ladies and gentlemen, but that is why you can come back, rewind, rewatch, enjoy another laugh again if you so desire. And yes, Fergie says, name the things. Definitely do that when you're working. If you're on crunch time, you know, do as you wish. But naming things always makes the day a lot easier for not only you, but your team, if you're working with one. All right, so with that said, let's talk about how to export these puppies. Then we'll dive into Discord to see what you guys have been cooking up for yesterday's challenge. And we'll talk about how you can bring these into Behance. So you can select both of your artboards here. Go to File, Export, Selected. And you can export them as PNGs, SVGs, PDFs, JPEGs, and you can export them to where you wish to export them. Okay, so that's pretty simple if you want static images. Now, if you want to export your prototype, the actual video, you can press this play button just like this, and you can see right here, there's this little button right here, and if you see it, it says press Windows G for me to record your prototype using the Windows game recording tool. I'm on Windows. I personally like to use a software called ScreenRec. This is not a sponsored thing, but I like to use ScreenRec where I can just hold Alt S and I can select where on my screen I would like to record, like that, press video, and it records for me while I'm doing whatever in the application. Now, that's for Windows users. For you guys who are on Mac, you have it a lot easier. You just have to record or press this button and it records automatically to your desktop or wherever you want the video to save. So, all right, let's talk about how to share the prototype so you can put this in your Behance projects and things of that nature. So we've talked about the share prototype tab. Let's talk about the share. You guys can name your link and you can decide how you want to share it. I highly recommend you either do presentation, design review, and make sure that your link is shared with anybody. You can create this link. And now the cool thing is you can either share a link or you can embed a link. You can copy the embed code, you can put that into your Behance projects. Actually, there's a Behance button right here where you literally can create a project with your public prototype. So, or with your prototype being public so we can all see. Okay, now that I haven't taken a breath in like 4.5 minutes, let's check in with the Discord, see what you guys have really created, and see what's going on. All right, give me a second here. All right, let's see what you guys have been up to. All right, just a time check. We got about like 2-3 minutes. Trying to find today. Today, 10. All right, we got some Yuya, got some stuff going on. We got Annie. Oh wait, hold on. This is from the movie challenge. Yo, this was from yesterday with Ruben. Wait, was this? All right, let's check this out. Very cool. This was like a inspiration from not only Ruben, but I only said that because that anime that I saw, that first one was there. This is really cool, Annie. And all right, there is, I want to show Yuya's very quickly because I absolutely love how she showcases her work, not just the prototype, but she really creates a nice little narrative with, you know, dressing up her work. Shows her colors, a little bit of the system that she has built, the typography. Really cool stuff, guys. All right, I wish I could go through more, but you guys can check this stuff out in Discord. We have about 2, well, I say 2, but I always get kicked off. So with that said, I really appreciate you guys hanging out for today. Stroofy says, how to export it as a movie on PC. Stroofy, good question. Record using Screen Rec. Literally, type in Screen, R-E-C. Check that out, download that software. That's what I use to record my piece. You essentially just want to find a screen recorder. So if you have any questions about that, actually just, if you're on Discord, at me. And I'll answer the question for you. Anybody else who has the same question, either that or just message me on Behance and I'll get back to you with the software that I use. But thank you all so much. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and can't wait to do some more amazing things with you all. So take care, have a great day, talk to you soon. Bye.